Welcome back to the FlipNerd.com REI Classroom, where experts from across the real estate investing industry teach you quick lessons to take your business to the next level. And now, let's meet today's expert host.
Hi, I'm Quincy Long, President and founder of Quest IRA Inc., and we provide self-directed IRAs. And today in the REI Classroom, I'm going to be talking about top 10 tips for private lending out of your IRA or personally.
If you're an active real estate investor already doing deals and looking to double or triple your business, you should consider joining the Investor Fuel Real Estate Investor Mastermind. We're a small group of investors that share our best practices, tips, and tricks with one another in an effort to all win. We limit our membership to only 1 to 2 members per market, so everyone shares their knowledge, tips, and tricks openly and honestly. Our members include some buying 1 to 2 houses a month, up to some of the most respected investors and leaders in the real estate investing industry, some of which have personally done over 1,000 deals. If you'd like to be considered for our invitation-only world-class mastermind, please visit investorfuel.com to request your personal invitation. Our next meeting is coming up quickly. Go to investorfuel.com now to learn more.
My first tip is do not loan on something you would not be excited to own if the borrower defaults, because life happens and sometimes the borrower defaults and you have to take the property. And if you would not be excited to own it, it's probably not a very good loan for you to make. My number 2 tip, generally do not advance money for repairs until the repairs are done and inspected, because you can get into a property and you foreclose on it that hasn't been repaired, and I've had many clients that get into this mess. My third tip, and this is going to make you laugh probably, my third tip would be to do not loan to someone you would feel uncomfortable foreclosing on. Now I would feel comfortable foreclosing on my mother if I loaned her money and she wouldn't pay it, but some people are not like that, and I have seen lots of relationships destroyed over a loan that went bad. So if you treat it professionally, then the lenders foreclose if it doesn't go right. And if you're not comfortable with that, it's probably not a great borrower for you to loan money to. Next, number 4, if the loan goes into default, don't delay. Start taking action immediately. This should be obvious, but you'd be surprised at how many people delay. You can always stop a process such as foreclosure once you begin it, but you can't finish it until you start it. So always keep that in mind. You can always stop it, but you can't finish it until you start it. The next thing I would say, number 5, would be to collect payments monthly. I have reasons for that. One, for example, and the key one probably for me, is you want the borrower to feel the pain of the payment. I always want the borrower to have a reminder monthly that he's got an obligation to pay on a house that he hasn't filled in with a tenant or sold. Next, you need an easy way to tell if there's a problem with the borrower, and missing monthly payments is an easy way to tell. Third, and I have to laugh at this one because I had a client that used to make loans for 18 months and he'd collect all the interest at the end. Well, the problem with that is that when the loan went into default because the guy disappeared, he couldn't foreclose because there was no default on the loan. So you need a methodology for declaring a default. Number 6, if you're not sure about how to evaluate a loan, hire 1 or more professionals to help you evaluate the deal. And follow the non-biblical version of the golden rule. I mean, everybody knows the biblical version of the golden rule. He who has the gold makes the rules, right? That's the non-biblical version, I'm sorry. The biblical version is do unto others as you would have others do unto you, but in this case, the real golden rule is he who has the gold makes the rules. So if your rule means that you have to hire an appraiser or an inspector, then you simply pass that cost on to the borrower, and if they don't like your rules, they don't have to borrow your gold. The next tip, number 7, is insist on title insurance for the loan. Boy, I could go into long stories on this one, but just to give you one easy, quick example, I had made a loan on a property which I ended up foreclosing on. 4 days later, after I'd made my loan, the guy went to a second title company, borrowed more money, and they thought they had a first lien. The guy, in fact, got foreclosed on by me, and had that second lender not had title insurance, they would have lost all of their money. And there's a lot more to that story, but it's real fun. Next, number 8, verify that hazard and if applicable flood or windstorm coverage is on the property, and that your IRA or your loan lender is named as an additional insured on the policy. This is pretty easy to miss, and you want to make sure it's part of your process to do that. Number 9, insist on evidence that property taxes and HOA dues are paid when they become due. I have extended loans in the past, and those items were not, I didn't say, hey, prove to me you've updated these items, and I ended up, when I foreclosed, having a lot less equity than I thought, because those were still due. Finally, and I guess this is one of the more important ones, number 10 would be to do due diligence, not only on the property, which everybody kind of understands, but also do your due diligence on the borrower, because the borrower can be a person that you shouldn't trust, and I had some experiences in that regard, which I won't go into in this class. But anyway, that's my top 10 tips for using private money. I'm Quincy Long, president of Quest IRA Inc. If you want more information, come to our website at www.questira.com. And I look forward to seeing you on another version of REA Classroom. Thank you.
If you're an active real estate investor already doing deals and looking to double or triple your business, you should consider joining the Investor Fuel Real Estate Investor Mastermind. We're a small group of investors that share our best practices, tips, and tricks with one another in an effort to all win. Real estate investing can be a lonely business for successful real estate investors, but it doesn't have to be. Investor Fuel members meet 4 times a year, but we talk to each other 365 days a year, and we focus on improving the profitability of our businesses, improving the quality of our lives. That's why we do this, right? And making an impact on those around us so we can truly leave a legacy. We limit our membership to only 1 to 2 members per market, so everyone shares their knowledge, tips, and tricks openly and honestly. Our members include some buying 1 to 2 houses a month, up to some of the most respected investors and leaders in the real estate investing industry, some of which have personally done over 1,000 deals. If you'd like to be considered for our invitation-only world-class mastermind, please visit investorfuel.com to request your personal invitation. Our next meeting is coming up quickly. Go to investorfuel.com now to learn more. Please note, the views and opinions expressed by the individuals in this program do not necessarily reflect those of flipnerd.com or any of its partners, advertisers, or affiliates. Please consult professionals before making any investment or tax decisions, as real estate investing can be risky. Are you a member yet of flipnerd.com, the hottest real estate investing social community online? If not, you can join for free in less than 30 seconds and get access to hundreds of off-market deals, vendors in your market to help you in your business. And you can start networking with thousands of other investors just like you. Get your free account now at flipnerd.com. Please check out the Flipnerd family of real estate investing shows, where you can access hundreds of expert interviews, quick tips, and lessons from leaders across the real estate investing industry. They're available at flipnerd.com/shows, or simply search for Flipnerd in the iTunes Store.